This is Chestacho.
All right, buckle up because we're about to dive into the mindfuck known as the Sorites Paradox. The name comes from the Greek word for heap, which is fitting since it's all about heaps of sand. The paradox goes like this. If you start with a heap of sand and remove grains one by one, at what point does it stop being a heap? The theory says if you keep doing this, you could end up arguing that a single grain of sand is a heap, which is just batshit crazy. Now, this paradox is a real pain in the ass because it showcases the tension between small changes and big consequences. Another way to look at it is to start with a single grain of sand, which is obviously not a heap, and add grains one by one. According to the same logic, no matter how many grains you add, it never becomes a heap. Fucked up, right? But don't worry, some smarty pants have tried to come up with solutions to this headache. Peter Unger said, "Fuck heaps," and denied their existence altogether. Others tried to set a fixed boundary for what constitutes a heap, but that's just as arbitrary as the number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Then there are those who believe that there are fixed boundaries, but they're just unknowable, like the exact amount of money you've spent on coffee in your lifetime. Some folks suggest using supervaluationism, which allows for sentences without defined truth values, kind of like saying, Schrodinger's cat is both alive and dead until you open the box. Other solutions involve multi-valued logics, where instead of just heap and not heap, you have a third state like sorta heap. But this still has the issue of where to draw the line between these states, kind of like how we can't agree on what constitutes a sandwich. Fuzzy logic offers another approach, where the sand transitions gradually from definitely heap to definitely not heap, with infinite shades in between. But again, the problem of where these borders occur remains, like figuring out at what point during baking bread stops being dough and starts being bread. Hysteresis is another method that relies on knowing what the collection of sand started as. Basically, a pile of sand can retain its heap status, even as grains are removed. Kind of like how we still refer to a band as the Beatles, even though members left or were replaced. Lastly, some argue that heap means whatever the hell a group of people agree it means, like how we all collectively decided that the word literally can be used for emphasis, even though it's, well, not literal. So there you have it, the Sorites Paradox in all its glory. If your brain isn't fried yet, congratulations, you're stronger than most of us.
This is Chestacho.